नमस्कार, सभी भक्तजनों का स्वागत है हमारे थर्सडे के जूम सत्संग मीटिंग में। हम लोग भगवत गीता का 9वां चैप्टर 9th चैप्टर स्टडी कर रहे हैं। तो हम लोग श्लोक नंबर 6 पर आ गए हैं। तो अभी यतेंद्र जी हमें वहीं से आगे बढ़ाएंगे। यतेंद्र जी, ओवर टू यू।
धन्यवाद दीपक जी। बोलो सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय। भगवान कृष्ण को अपना बुद्धि अर्पण करते हुए और उनकी शरण में आते हुए हम 9वें अध्याय का अध्ययन करेंगे। 9वां अध्याय राज विद्या राजगुहम योग है। राज विद्या मीन्स द किंग ऑफ नॉलेज एंड दिस इज द मोस्ट कॉन्फिडेंशियल नॉलेज। Lord Krishna says in the first shloka, he says that this is most confidential knowledge which I am going to give. And I have explained about this knowledge which Lord Krishna is talking about, and the knowledge as we understand. We have received the knowledge of various subjects, like when we went to university, we received knowledge of things, of subjects, of matter. Those knowledge pertains to the objects which are outside us. Those are none of us. But in this knowledge is a different kind. It is not a knowledge of any object. It is the knowledge of which is undescribable, which you feel all the time. Just like you have a knowledge that there is a sun out there, and you have also knowledge that I am, and I have this body, and I am thinking, and I have some kind of a level of happiness or unhappiness or grief or anything like that. So you have knowledge about that. But this knowledge about yourself is different than the knowledge about the outside world. I mean, you have a knowledge about your, say, microwave oven. You know everything about it. It is sitting on the shelf. But if you talk about the microwave, you can talk about all the things. But when you talk about your mind, okay, mind is not something which is an object is sitting on the shelf. You talk about chit, like we discuss about chit, that chit is like that. But chit is not something which you can go and open that door and see that this is my chit. You can see, you can talk about your kidney, you can talk about your heart, they are object, but the things which really make you sad, grief-stricken, or happy, or elated, they don't exist as object. So that difference must be understood. And when we approach this knowledge with our usual way of acquiring knowledge of the objects, of the external things, okay, that doesn't work. It fails. People unnecessarily indulge in the arguments, but once they look at this, what kind of knowledge we are talking about? Okay, so this is, and the syllabus, for the external world knowledge, we have a syllabus. When you go to university, this is the syllabus. What is the syllabus of this knowledge? There's only 5 things are covered in this knowledge. The first thing is, what is Ishvara? What is ultimate reality? Second topic is, what is Jiva? What is a living entity? The third topic of this knowledge is, what is Prakriti? What is this? Prakriti doesn't mean the nature which we call in English, okay? This Prakriti is which we are, our body and our mind are made of. And Prakriti is again divided into 24 elements, okay, which we have, which we study. And the fourth topic of this is karma. What is karma actually? And the fifth is, what is eternal time? How the time is, because time is killing everything. उसमें कहा है कि कालो न यातो वय में व्यातो तृष्णा न जीना वय में जीना। वो श्लोक आया, तपो न तप्तम वय में तपता। हाँ, Bhukta na bhokta vai mein bhukta. Matlab we trying to exploit the nature, we are trying to enjoy the life, but the time is cutting all of us. Bhukta na bhokta vai mein bhukta, tapo na taptam vai mein tapta. Kalo na yato vai mein yato. Everybody thinks that they are passing the time. They are, matlab bahut khush hote hain. We become very happy that, oh, I passed the good time. But time, you haven't passed the time. Time has passed you.
Yeah, that's by Shankaracharya, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalo na yato vai mein yato, trishna na jirna vai mein jirna.
Yeah.
And our lust doesn't get old. It's always new. So this is kind of knowledge Lord Krishna is going to say. And this knowledge, you see, in the university, you get 16 year, you get 17 year, you get the master's degree, then you go to do PhD. And so at least it's after certain year, you can get highest knowledge. But this knowledge, you don't get like that. You will finish in so many years. Because Lord Krishna has said, Bahunam janmana ante, gyan van mam pravartate. So it may take several lives to get that real knowledge. Okay, so now, so I made the difference between the when we talk about this gyan and the gyan which we acquired about the worldly things. So the approach is different a little bit. Now we will go, I think I have, so is it, I mean, I've given the long explanation. Does it make sense?
Yeah, understandable.
It's understandable. You know, there are two kinds of knowledge. The knowledge we get in the university.
I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Yeah, no, that's good. You understand. Although this subject should also be taught in the schools, you know, but
It's a tough one.
They just consider all these things myth, and that's why they're missing out on such a vital information, which all the children should be getting to know, especially the youth. If not very little children, youth, I believe they should start getting to know this stuff, and then they progress into their working life. They will have much more stability in their working methods and their way of life, and won't get as depressed and all that stuff in life, that sort of thing.
It will leave with lots of tension. So now you can see the difference. Lord Krishna wants Arjuna to fight. Okay. Now to fight, you need knowledge. You need two kinds of knowledge. One kind of knowledge is the military science. How to be a good archer, how to make the army formations, how to defeat the enemy. That is one kind of knowledge, worldly knowledge. Arjuna was expert in that kind of knowledge because Guru Dronacharya has given him that knowledge. That knowledge is the second kind of knowledge which you get in the university. Okay, so he already had, but that didn't help because he refused fighting in spite of that knowledge. Why? Because he did not have the second kind of knowledge. Okay, so the second kind of knowledge was preventing him not to fight. And what was the second kind of knowledge? Why are you so grief-stricken? What is the reason? He didn't know himself. So that's how Lord Krishna given him the second knowledge that this is it, and that made him fight. Okay. So now we will go to next shloka, and the previous shlokas, they were complicated because Lord Krishna at one time says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abhyakt murtinam. This whole creation is saturated by my unmanifest form. But again he says, I am not in any one of them. And then he says that they are also not in me. So I try
to understand that.
You understand?
I find it very hard to. It's a bit of a. I don't want to disrupt, but the reason I came today, I wanted to ask you this question. जो सारी प्रकृति है, इतनी बड़ी है बाहर,
And we say, I mean, Baba Muktanand has said many times, within yourself, when you connect to the divinity, it's that's a much bigger than any space. That's the word he told. But I struggle with this thing. The outside is so expanded, and to usko wo kehte hain na ki I'm not present there. This literally unmanifest means I'm not present there, right? Is that what it means? Or
देखिए प्रकृति जो आप बात कर रहे हैं, मैंने पहले बताया था, उस प्रकृति की बात नहीं है जो आप
no, I hear you.
जो whatever is in you, like your mind, body, intellect,
Sure. Okay.
this prakriti is covered here.
Okay. No, I get it. I'm just sidetracking a little bit with your indulgence. ये जो बाहर का है, इतना बड़ा है.
हाँ.
How hard you may try.
Yeah.
उसके सामने भगवान बहुत छोटा लग रहा है. You call me ignorant, call me if that's what it's. But if you compare, it's to visualize that expand in within you. The only way I get some great peace, that's I understand, right? I get a lot of peace and tranquility and a great state, all right? But, itni creation hai, I can't connect the two. That's where, that's
okay.
the nuts.
Can I tell you one thing?
Please do. That's what I'm asking.
The creation, okay? Creation is happening inside you. You know how? You see the color outside, they do not exist. They are created by you through your eyes. There are rods and cone in your eyes, okay? The whatever is getting from outside, it has no color. When those waves strike your eyes, you ask your ophthalmologist, okay? Or your
No, I trust you totally. I'm not saying
optometrist, okay? He will tell you there are rods and cones, very small. They create the color which goes to your mind. Okay?
Brain.
Some people don't have that, or they have some kind of defect, so they don't see the color which you see. Just like Deepak ji and me are partially colorblind.
Me too.
Oh,
yeah, you too. Okay.
Yeah.
The color,
So,
I can't differentiate certain colors.
So
yeah, same here. Yeah.
So all of us, we cannot say that what you see out there is the way is out there.
Yeah.
Okay? This is created by you, and every creature doesn't see like that.
Yeah,
Our
और
eyes
दूसरी भी एग्जांपल दे दीजिए ना, आप तो न्यूक्लियर साइंस में पढ़े हुए हैं. He was talking about the vastness of the outside, and still in comparison with the God, Krishna, in this case, so how does it work? I mean, how does, but then God is not a thing. God is power. And then if you explain how the nuclear works, from that little bit minute and big blast हो जाता है, वो explain कर दीजिए तो पता लग जाएगा हमको.
जो आप बाहर का एक्सपेंस कर रहे हैं ना, उससे भी ग्रेटर एक्सपेंस जो है within the nucleus, more complication, उसको आप करते चले जाइए. The scale you are looking at it, there is a more mystery within the atom than it's outside. People are trying to find God particle, और उसमें क्या कहते हैं, to atom smasher, कितना बड़ा atom smasher लगाया है उसके लिए. So that kind of क्या can say wonders all around us. तो
and this corona virus, इतना minute सा corona virus है, वो आजकल तो सबको समझ में आ गया कि भाई क्या चक्कर, उसके बारे एकदम पूरा सब कुछ सबको बता दिया है कि इसका साइज इतना है, कुछ नहीं दिखेगा आपको, कुछ नहीं पता लगेगा, मास्क लगाओ, ये करो, बहुत अच्छा, तब शायद थोड़ा बहुत बच जाए. So I mean, it has power, look, it goes in there and it turns into something else, and it can wield its power. Even that has power.
Surendra, we will take up this topic,
another time.
External world and internal world.
Sure, no, that'd be perfect.
That's a big another session.
Yeah.
No, don't know why I got carried away with this.
No, Suren, it's deep. It's deep. You know, nobody can understand everything at the same time, because there's ideas out there that we haven't grasped yet. You know, we're still finding ourselves. And that is why the beginning and the end, a life lived, is something that we achieve over a period of time. And whatever comes off it is either good or bad. And our minds are filtering. And when we filter, we take the good parts and we take it and spread it around the family and friends. The bad parts we push away. So we have that selective mind, and that is what Lord Krishna is saying. Take both. You know, there's a balance of your ideologies, and take it for the betterment of life. That's all we can do. We can't do anything more than that, because we don't have the tools.
No.
Am I close to that understanding?
That's good. Raji, kuch keh rahe?
Yeah, actually, even this world is changing all the time. So this also, you know, it's not possible to understand even this world. So our rishis, they said we should try to understand what is permanent. Even permanent doesn't describe it, whatever. So if you can only understand, the words cannot describe it.
The words can't describe, yeah.
For example, Deepak ji, you were saying that, you know, that about the size of this thing, the coronavirus. You must have heard that scientists estimated that if you take all the material virus of corona in the world, it will fit in a little spoon.
Wow.
That's how much it is.
Yeah.
And I read in that book, The Story of Everything, that a cell, you know, of which we have 37 trillion in our body, each cell, if you take, there is so much activity, it's like a big metropolis. So also, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was about the cell also, that if you strand it out, then it will be like that strand could go up to moon and come back to earth.
God.
So that much concentration. So we are talking about small, but the big is even we cannot talk about it.
Yeah.
देखिए ये अच्छी बात बताई कि the object you are studying, you know, the world outside is changing. It's not shashwat. But why don't you look that you are also changing? Okay, the kind of understanding you could have at the age of 5. Okay, that was a different kind of understanding than what you had. You can have at this time. Now, how can you say that now I have the perfect? You have your understanding about the world has been continuously changing, and world has been changing. Plus, because of you are changing, so your understanding of the universe is also keep on changing. अच्छा, तो ये हो गया खैर. Anyway, now I think we have made it clear what in a way that we know that again this comes to the objective knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, our problem is, Yatin ji, that, you know, even if we come to understand something, we cannot communicate with anybody. Because it's our nature, we want to, you know, we want to be established.
Yeah.
So in this case, we are not able to do that.
Yeah, you're right. It's like and that's true. Okay, so let's go to the next verse.
चैप्टर बताएंगे?
हाँ जी,
चैप्टर
9.
ओके.
श्लोक नंबर 6.
Deepak ji, I am having some problem here, so
Okay.
I will be off for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So you can see, okay, this.
Okay. I will start with shlok number 6 then.
Yeah.
Okay. And Surinder ji will be leaving in a few minutes. He has to go.
I will be back.
Seva. Yeah, you will be back. Yeah.
But back within 5 minutes. That's then cool down.
Yeah, that's right.
It always gives a problem when I need it, you know.
कि आरती उतारो पहले.
चलिए. So we go to shlok number 6. यथाकाश स्थितो नित्यं वायुः सर्वत्र गो महान् तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि मतस्थानि तत्युपधारयः. Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. So just a sky की example दे दिया कि as a mighty wind blowing everywhere. Yeah, so it's like दिखते नहीं है, but we are like wind, and God is like sky in this example. ठीक है. So श्लोक number 7. सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकाम् कल्पक्षये पुनस्तानि कल्पादौ visrijamyaham. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. So that's the creation and recreation of the material nature, material manifestation.
एक प्रश्न दीपक जी.
हाँ जी.
जैसे मैंने सुना है कि कहते हैं कि भगवान ने ये रचना कब की, तो वो कहते हैं कि डिजायर कहते हैं, विकार या डिजायर आया तो हुआ. और यहाँ भगवान श्री कृष्ण कह रहे हैं कि मैं रचता हूं, तो इन दोनों में सामंजस्य नहीं है.
नहीं, बात वही है, जस्ट यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा शब्दों का फेर है कि वो कह रहे हैं कि सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिम यान्ति मामिकाम, के मटेरियल नेचर जो है, ये तेंद्र जी इसको ज्यादा अच्छा समझा सकते हैं बिकॉज ही नोज संस्कृत टू, so he will not be just relying on the translation, he will be actually translating the Sanskrit words. बहुत practice होगी उनको तो. So so although he is not like saying like I have studied Sanskrit or anything, but पढ़ते ना, he has come to know the meaning of the Sanskrit words now, so he can just figure out the meaning in that context.
नहीं, आप भाव समझ रहे हैं, जो प्रश्न समझ रहे हैं.
मैं भाव समझ रहा हूं, मगर यहाँ पर इसको डिफरेंट तरीके से भगवान बता रहे हैं कि उसके बाद मैं उसको क्रिएट मैं ही करता हूं, बट क्रिएट जब करना होता है तब करता हूं. when जब शुरू में, बिल्कुल आप कह रहे हैं ना, जो शुरू में स्टार्ट किया, जब कुछ नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था, फर्स्ट टाइम जब स्टार्ट किया, तो उस टाइम की बात है जब वो कह रहे हैं कि एको हम बहुश्याम, मैं बहुत होना चाहता हूँ. I want to see variety. I am the only one. So जब लोग पूछते हैं go back 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 and what's the answer? So तब ये जो wording है यूज की जाती है, एको हम बहुश्याम. इसका पूरा श्लोक है किसी टाइम में, वो
मेरे ख्याल ऋग्वेद में है.
हाँ सुनाऊंगा उसको. But ये this is about recreation. Already जब सृष्टि या वो कहते सब सिमट जाती है मेरे में, और उसके बाद फिर उसको मैं अपनी ही शक्ति से from my potency I create that again. So it's like a recreation of that, for that.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, later stage. Yeah, yes.
Later stage, but yeah, because it's just goes on and on, you know, recreation. जैसे हमारी वो ये reincarnation जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, हमारी हो जाती है. पहले जन्म था, अब फिर जन्म हो गया, फिर आगे भी हो सकता है.
That's exactly what I was trying to say, is the reincarnation.
Yeah.
He produces and reproduces. That means we take a life from him, we give back our life and reincarnate into another form from him as the sole preserver of life.
Yeah, you could.
Am I understanding it that way?
You could say in that way, but if you are talking about like individual souls, that's what you're saying? Individuals?
It's general. It's general.
Okay.
If you take any soul,
yeah,
soul starts from him,
yeah,
from Lord Krishna, and goes back to Lord Krishna. And if Lord Krishna wants to reincarnate,
yeah,
that means let that soul go somewhere else.
Yes.
That soul will go.
Yes.
But
exactly.
if the soul doesn't have that permission from Lord Krishna, what happens to that soul?
So what happens?
Is there anything there?
Yeah.
Is there anything in that? There's a Vedic understanding at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It says in Vedic aphorism, Chandra Upanishad 623, he expands himself in this material energy, and the whole cosmic manifestation again takes place.
Yeah.
So reincarnation.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so that is what part of this shloks purport, you know. So but what you are saying, where do they go? So either,
what happens to the one that doesn't go into a reincarnate?
Yeah, so either they, as we call it, moksha, you know, the word moksha, meaning release from the cycle of birth and death. Okay,
and
so that,
and stay where?
Stay where. So we discussed last time, either someone remembers Krishna at their last breath, and then Krishna says, okay, you come to my abode and stay there, which is called Goloka, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam. And then from there, no return to the Mrityu Lok. That unless, you know, something changes. But
nobody
knows.
Traveled and returned.
Yeah, and returned and said
nobody traveled and returned.
And the other form is where one wishes to be merged with the Brahma.
The Lord.
Brahma. So from what I read in the Bhagavad Gita and the purports of by Prabhupada ji, all I can say is that they are saying that one then goes to the proximity where it is Mahat Tattva, and they stay there. to come back. No, that is when the annihilation happens, that. But the one who merges with the Brahma, they go to the Brahma Jyoti area, that is part of the Srishti, and it's like a lighted space, and in that space it's a light of Brahma from Brahmalok, and that's where you end up, and then you are part of the Brahma. That's how I have seen the depictions.
That's what it's. That's how it's written.
Yeah. But maybe Yatendraji can explain that better. Where his question was, Yatendraji, that once the soul gets out of the cycle of birth and death, where does it end up? So I was just giving two ideas about, one to go to Goloka, the other one merged with the Brahma. So whatever
too deep
thoughts you have on that, you can.
It's like that. This answer satisfied some. It can be, because again we are forming the concept in our mind that out there some place, some location exists where my soul will go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, again, we fall into the trap that my soul, that means there is something which is not me, which is mine, because what is mine is not me, okay? My book is not me, so my soul is not me.
Yeah.
And then there's a place which is going to go. So this is a way of talking, okay?
Yeah.
And we can satisfy it. But if you want the real answer which will seep into your whole being, okay, which will bring you in a state that there won't be any question left, okay? That is not easy, okay? I can tell you. That only comes from your sadhana. I can describe in a different way, and somebody can describe in a different way, but that is a description. And the description is not the described. Like the description of a sweet, description of a mango taste is not the taste of the mango. So same way, whatever you have said, okay, that's fine. I have no, that's how they say that there is a Vaikuntha lok, there is a Saket lok, there is a other lok, there is a Shiv lok, and whatever you are after, you have surrendered to Shiva, then you will go to the Shiv lok, and you will live like one of the associate of Shiva, or the Vaishnava believe that you will go to the Vaikuntha lok, and you will have a spiritual body. You will have a spiritual body, and that spiritual body is just like Lord Vishnu with 4 hands, and you will live it like their associate. So I really have no word which can properly satisfy our material intellect, okay?
It is tough. It is tough, yeah. Because if you take a cruel person, did so much of cruelty in the world.
Yes.
Which log is he going to end up in? His soul. That's the arguments we have. And that's the understanding we're trying to get. Hope that this happens to him or her. But nobody knows what location that person's life or soul is going to end up. It's tough.
Yeah, it's very.
I understand. It's clarifying a lot of things in my mind.
You see, it's like that sometimes when there is all kind of evil, the evil person is not happy inside. Sometimes if we have done some kind of a bad, we feel bad.
Right.
Maybe that we are a normal person. After making somebody unhappy, or we have caused some distress or misery to somebody. I don't think a right kind of person feels bad. I shouldn't have given that misery to that other person or other living entity. Now, how they suffer after this life, they suffer the same way. Sometimes you have a bad nightmare. Okay, you are not conscious at that time, but you are suffering. You are in your nightmare. Same way, after they leave the body, the consciousness part which remains is disturbed very badly, and they don't have
in distress.
Yeah.
Whichever body they may be in,
or they may not be in a body.
Even वो उसको बोलते हैं ना, प्रेत योनि बोल देते हैं.
There may be some kind of astral body. Astral body means the body without the matter.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Going well.
चलिए, तो 8th श्लोक पर आ गए. Yeah.
Okay. Just 1 second.
बंद हो गया. चलो, यतेंद्र जी फिर आ जाएंगे वापस. उनका लैपटॉप गर्म हो गया. 8th श्लोक. प्रकृतिम स्वामवष्टभ्य विसृजामि पुनः पुनः भूतग्राममीन मम कृत्स्नमवंश प्रकृतेर्वशात्. The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will, it is annihilated at the end. This is straightforward. This is straightforward. So we can understand that the cosmic order is under me, under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will, it is annihilated at the end. So there is a lot of description here in the purport about, at the creation, the material energy is let loose as the Mahat Tattva. This is the portion that I was talking about earlier, Mahat Tattva, into which the Lord, as his first Purusha incarnation, Mahavishnu, enters. He lies within the causal ocean and breathes out innumerable universes. And into each universe, the Lord again enters as Garbhodakshayi Vishnu. Each universe is in that way created. He still further manifests himself as Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. And this is Kshirodakshayi is the ocean of milk is called. Kshira is milk. Vishnu, and that Vishnu enters into everything, even into the minute atom. This fact is explained here. He enters into everything. Okay. So that's the process being explained here in the purport. The rest is more details about how the species come about and all that stuff. So we can go on to the next shloka, if you guys okay with it. श्लोक नंबर 9।
इसको मैं वो पढ़ा देता हूँ।
हाँ जी, पढ़िए।
कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनंजय उदासीनवदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु।
O conqueror of the wealth, none of these actions bind me. I remain like a neutral observer, ever detached from these actions. So the material nature, it does all these things, and Lord Krishna is not directly involved in it. It's like this. I mean, he's not taking an action. It's like that if somebody programs a robot, okay? So actually all the action is done by how the programmer put the input, okay? But the programmer is not doing anything. But programmer is not doing the robot's arm and jaws and everything. They are doing all by itself. Same way, the material nature is working under the direction of Lord Krishna, but it has been given all the instruction how to do. So we explained in the first one, when the nature dissolved, okay, like there are all the living entities and the matter. So the living entities, what living entities has? Living entities has 5 elements in them. Then they have 5 senses and working senses and mind, intellect, and ego. Okay, so when the pralay, these all things they merge together. Okay, first the 5 elements they merge, they disappear. Then your senses lose their capability to see and hear and taste, and then your mind merge and then you go, and after that goes to the mahatat, where there is no differentiation and it rests there. Okay, all the living entities in the mahatat, and then the next cycle they all wake up, and the mahatat again start disintegrating into the individual egos, individual senses, and the body made of 5 elements, and so the living entities again disappear. So that's what was explained in the previous one, and this is happening automatically according to the karmas of the living entities. But Lord is not involved. That's why I say nacha mam tani karmani nibandha dhananjaya udasino udasikno asaktam teshu karmasu. None of these actions bind me. I remain like a neutral observer, ever detached from these actions. Okay? Now next he says Maya dhakshen prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetu nanen kaunte jagat viparvartate. Working under my direction, this material energy brings into being all animate and inanimate form. There was a stage in Mahatat where there was no differentiation. It was all, only there was 3 gunas. And when they again disintegrated, then the individual egos formed and senses. So says, working under my direction, this material energy brings into being all animate and inanimate form, O son of Kuntu. For this reason, the material world undergoes the changes of creation, maintenance, and dissolution. And it keep on going, cycling. First, from only one, the multitude appear, and the multitude disappear, and it becomes one again. And this cycle goes. Next, Lord Krishna says,
11th.
Avajananti mam mudhaha Manushim tanumashritam param bhavamajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram.
When I descend in my personal form, deluded persons are unable to recognize me. They do not know the divinity of my personality as the Supreme Lord of all being. There are two explanations of that. One is from the dualistic point of view, another is from the non-dual point of view. But here, the dualist thing, according to them, they are talking about when he says, when I descend in my personal form, they say that Lord Krishna, separate than us, he's talking about his personal form. But the non-dualist thing say that this shloka of Gita applies to the you, that in this personal form, you are unable to recognize your real character. Your real, yeah.
Okay.
So that's how it is, that you recognize that you are not this you're not this matter, you're not this mind, body, and sense, okay?
Okay.
So that's what it is. Otherwise, it's simple. There are fools. They see Lord Krishna and they say, no, he is just like a man.
Yeah, just like many people at that time, when Lord Krishna was here, they were just not accepting him as the Supreme Personality.
Yeah.
Only very few were accepting. Yeah.
So that's one. That the things which are described in Mahabharata and Gita, they really actually happened. But the second is that they are symbolic. They are told you to understand. Okay, this is your story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the better is that you understand this real. There is a Lord Krishna is separate than me, and he is the Lord of that. That's more satisfying.
Yeah, and if it was another religion, I don't want to name it, that it would be blasphemous, big time.
Yeah.
Here we have so much freedom to assess things in whichever way, intellectually or other way we figure out or deduce from it.
Right. Yeah.
We really don't have that concept, correct?
Which concept?
This blasphemy and all.
है तो सही.
नहीं है तो थोड़ी बहुत अपराध हमारे यहाँ कहते हैं अपराध.
Yeah. है तो सही, बट उसकी जो उसकी दंड है ना, उसका ब्लास्फेमी का, वो किसी को ऐसे नहीं देने को कहा है कि चलो इसके घर गर्दन काट. वो कहते तुम्हें मिल जाएगा, किसी अवस्था में तुम्हें अपने आप मिलेगा, प्रकृति ही तुम्हें दंड देगी.
हाँ, वही मेरा मतलब था.
Yeah. वो तो है, उसका प्रावधान तो है.
अगले बार कहते हैं नेक्स्ट वन.
मोघाशा मोघ कर्माणो मोघ ज्ञान विचेतसः राक्षसी मासुरीं चैव प्रकृतिं मोहिनीं श्रिताः.
Bewildered by material energy, such person embrace demonic and atheistic view. In that deluded state, their hopes for welfare are in vain. Their fruitive actions are wasted, and their culture of knowledge is baffled. ठीक है?
Yeah.
The people are by the material energy. They do not understand themselves. They do not understand soul. They do not understand God. And naturally, there is nothing to prevent them going to the atheistic and demonic activity, because there is no concept of karma for them. They don't think that they will ever pay for their karma, and they think themselves free to do all kind of sin. ठीक है ना?
Yeah. उनको demonic and atheistic views बताया.
Yeah, demonic and atheistic.
महात्मानस्तु मां पार्थ दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्त्यनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्.
But the great souls who take shelter of me, shelter of my divine energy, O Parth, know me, Lord Krishna, as the origin of our creation. They engage in my devotion with their mind fixed exclusively on me. Naturally, there was one inferior energy which gives you capacity to think, anyway, okay? Lower, by your lower instinct, and doing all kind of demonic thing. But there is another thinking power, which will let you engage your intellect on a higher level, on a more auspicious level. That is Lord's divine energy. With that divine energy, a person fixes his mind exclusively on divinity, and try to find his way out from this material entanglement.
Yeah, we can say that we are touched a little bit with that divine energy.
Yeah.
At least that we are discussing this subject matter.
Right. Yeah. For some, this is a very boring topic, and maybe you ask some invited, but they say, no, you always talk these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
14th.
Yeah.
Pratatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate.
Always singing my divine glories, striving with great determination and humbly bowing down before me, they constantly worship me in loving devotion. यहाँ कहते हैं सत्यम कीर्तयन्तो. कीर्तन, वो लोग कीर्तन करते हैं. Kirtan is when you praise the glories of the Lord in a group. That is Kirtan.
Yeah.
With great determination and humbly bowing down before me, they constantly worship me in loving devotion. I mean, we do like to our Ishta Devta. के सामने झुका के सारा normal understanding.
This is one of the very favorite shlokas of Srila Prabhupada. Because I've always heard it from his lectures.
Yeah,
and,
I think
it works like it's in whatever he was trying to say to his disciples. This always worked.
It always. I think it should be favorite shloka for each one of us.
Each one of us too, yeah. always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion.
Yes. अगला है, मतलब this is one kind of people, but there are other kind of people also go to the Lord, they also do the upasana.
ज्ञान यज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्.
Others engaging in the yajna of cultivating knowledge worship me by many methods. Some see me as undifferentiated oneness that is non-different from them. Okay, now यहाँ पर आ गया. While others see me as separate from them, still others worship me in the infinite manifestation of my cosmic form. So there are three kind of people. You can see the ultimate really to the Godhead, to Krishna in three ways. पहला है Advait का. Advait means some people think me as undifferentiated oneness that is non-different from them. जैसा उस श्लोक में बताया था ना कि ये जो बात करी जा रही है वो अपने ही बारे में बात कीजिए, अपने आत्म रूप से अपने बारे में. So there is a non-duality between Lord and the individual soul. Now, while others see me as separate from them. Now, the second method is that you think that I am separate from, I am here and Lord is there with all his glories and with all his kripa and mahima, and then you worship him. Still, others worship me in the infinite manifestation of my cosmic form. And some other people see the presence of Lord in everything. In everything, and they think that this whole thing is the body of the Godhead. Vishal Roop, usme sari jaise sun and moon are his eyes, and like this. Okay, is there any question on that? आगे चले.
Yeah, I mean, यहाँ तो प्रभुपाद जी ने तो बहुत ही 2-3 श्लोकों क्या मिला के परपोट में महात्मा शब्द जो आ गया है वो, you know, that is only for the devotees who are constantly glorifying Lord Krishna. It does not, Mahatma Shabd does not apply anywhere.
Okay, I can पूरा पढ़ देते हैं. नेक्स्ट श्लोक के बाद ना आप पूरा पढ़ दीजिएगा.
अच्छा,
ओके, तो 16 श्लोक है ना.
ठीक है.
नहीं, उसमें महात्मा शब्द किस श्लोक
नहीं,
में
इससे पहले में आया था ना.
हाँ,
इससे पहले में जो महात्मानस्तु आ गया ना, उसको वो यहाँ पर इस परपोर्ट में यूज कर रहे हैं. 14 श्लोक के परपोर्ट में कहते थे महात्मा कैन नॉट बी मैन्युफैक्चर्ड बाय रबर स्टैंपिंग एन ऑर्डिनरी मैन. His symptoms are described here as Mahatma is always engaged in chanting the glories of Supreme Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay, and then in the next paragraph, what we were talking about, the Brahm Jyoti, one who is attached to the impersonal feature of Supreme Lord, impersonal feature like Nirakar Roop mein. Okay, which को उसको यहाँ पर लिखा है the Brahma Jyoti.
Yeah.
It is not described as Mahatma in the Bhagavad Gita. ये तो प्रभुपाद जी का अपनी emphasize करने का तरीका है. He is described in a different way in the next verse. The Mahatma is always engaged in different activities of devotional service as described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing and chanting about Vishnu, not a demigod or human being. That is devotion, Sarvanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoh, and Smaranam, remembering him, such a Mahatma has firm determination to achieve at the ultimate end of association of Supreme Lord in any one of the 5 transcendental rasas.
Okay.
You know, goes on.
Yeah, वो बहुत लंबा है उसका.
Yeah.
Okay.
चलिए यूनिवर्सल फॉर्म वाला हो गया. अब 16 श्लोक पे आ गए.
16, 17 एक साथ हैं.
ओके.
अहं क्रतुरहं यज्ञः स्वदाहमहमौषधम् मन्त्रोऽहमहमेवाज्यम् अहमग्निरहं हुतम् पिताहमस्य जगतो माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारम् ऋक्सामयजुरेव च.
It is I who am the Vedic rituals. I am the sacrifice. I am the oblation offered to the ancestors. I am the medicinal herb. I am the Vedic mantra. I am the clarified butter ghee. I am the fire and act of offering. Of this universe, I am the father. I am also the mother, the sustainer, and the grandsire. I am the purifier, the goal of knowledge, the sacred syllable Om. I am the Rig Veda, Sam Veda, and the Ayurveda Veda.
Wow. Yeah.
This only
Encapsulated the whole
Yeah.
concept of who Krishna was
Yeah.
or is. Right.
And since he includes everything, so
Yep.
we are not standing outside the thing, okay? We are also in it. What he is, we are also in that.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And that
We are all
and
part and
that makes
parcel
sense
of the whole.
because if before that Krishna said that he is the originator of everything, सारी सृष्टि जितनी भी बनाई है वो उन्हीं से उत्पत्ति हुई है उनकी. तो सृष्टि में जब बन गई तो उसके लिए फिर उसका जो विधान बनाना उसके लिए ये वेदा सब प्रकट हुए और सब उसका तरीका कैसे चलाना है सोसाइटी को उसके बारे. Because Vedas only relate to the humans, right? Animals can't be bothered about it. They just go on about, whatever
Got a
programming
different,
has been given to them.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Let's see what he next says. Next is
गतिर्भर्ता प्रभु साक्षी निवासक्षरणं सुहृत् प्रभव प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम्.
I am the supreme goal of all living beings, and I am their sustainer, master, witness, abode, shelter, and friend. I am the origin, end, and resting place of creation. I am the repository and eternal seed.
Mm-hmm. Basis of everything, the resting place and the eternal seed.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the end, resting place भी वही है भगवान.
Yes.
जैसे इंग्लिश में अभी कोई पास्ट अवे हो जाए तो कहते हैं रेस्ट इन पीस. So I guess resting place is God himself.
सबको अपने अंतःकरण में फील करने की कोशिश कीजिए. इनके लिए कोई एक्सप्लेनेशन कितना भी दे लो, लेकिन सीधे आई एम द सुप्रीम गोल ऑफ ऑल लिविंग बीइंग. हमको लगता है हमारे डिफरेंट गोल हैं. See, somebody has this goal, somebody wants to be rich, somebody wants to be famous, somebody wants to be this. I mean, these goals are like, but everybody wants to be happy, okay? And the happiness is only in God. Sat Chit Anand, जो आनंद है, वो आनंद के लिए तो कर रहे हैं हम सब लोग. मतलब जो भी हमारे गोल हैं, वैसे कहने को तो हमको ये अचीव करना है, बट द गोल इज आनंद, क्योंकि इसको अचीव करने का आनंद ही तो लोग पाते हैं. So, and that's in the God. So I am the supreme goal of all living, and I am their sustainer. Naturally, is the material nature which is outside, which we see, that sustain us. The sun sustain us, the vegetables sustain us. That so they are. He is behind them. So he is also sustainer, master, witness, abode, shelter, and friend. All these things.
ठीक है.
बड़ी गूढ़ता वाला सब्जेक्ट है, जल्दी समझ नहीं आता.
कॉन्फिडेंशियल नॉलेज है ना.
कॉन्फिडेंशियल नॉलेज है. और ये
बस ये की बात समझ में आती है, आनंद लो, बस आनंद आना चाहिए, और कुछ नहीं समझ आता.
आनंद.
त्रैविद्या मां सोमपापूत पापाः यज्ञैरिष्ट्वा स्वर्गतिं प्रार्थयन्ते.
आपने 19th नहीं किया?
ये पुण्यमासाद्य सुरेन्द्रलोकम्
Okay. 19th.
अश्नन्ति दिव्यान् दिवि देव भोगान्.
Okay, sorry, 19th.
चलो 20th हो गया तो 19th को भी बजा.
19th. Sorry, 19th करते हैं.
तपाम्यहमहं वर्षम् निगृह्णाम्युत्सृजामि च अमृतं चैव मृत्युश्च सदसच्चाहमर्जुन.
I radiate heat as the sun, and I withhold as well as send forth rain. I am immortality as well as death personified. O Arjun, I am the spirit as well as matter.
Yeah.
दो हर एक कॉन्ट्राडिक्टरी थिंग दे दी है. इसमें बता देते हैं कि आई तपाम महम वर्षम. I radiate heat the sun, and because of me there is a rain, but also I am not only rain, I am उसे क्या कहते हैं, famine, जिसमें बारिश नहीं होती है. That I am also too. Amritam cha amritaschayat. I am also amrit, means immortality, and also I am death. I am sat and I am asat. यहाँ पे सत असत का मतलब है I am the cause and effect. सत असत का मतलब cause and effect, और सत असत का मतलब होता है essence, और essence से बाद जो उसके साथ जो secondary effect होता है उसको भी असत कहते हैं. So I am that. So according to these shlokas, there is nothing, everything is included within the Godhead. अब ये यहाँ पे दिक्कत होती है कि अमृत चैव मृतश्चैव. I mean, I am also that death. I am the immortality.
भगवान सब कुछ तो अपने ऊपर ले रहे हैं. कहते और किसी को वरी करने की जरूरत नहीं है. I'll take care of everything. You guys just, जैसे अभी उषा जी कह रही थी, आनंद लो, आप लोग आनंद लो और मैं सब टेक केयर कर लेता हूँ. So basically if we depend on Lord Krishna, then काफी आनंद का अनुभव हो सकता है.
हाँ, और हो सकता है ऐसे आनंद लेते थे आपको परम तत्व का पता लग जाए.
Yeah.
अब ये अगले श्लोक से सब्जेक्ट मैटर चेंज हो गया है.
अच्छा.
यहाँ पर अब तक तो कृष्ण भगवान सब बता रहे थे about his omnipresence, that I am everything. अब इस वाले में नेक्स्ट श्लोक्स में कृष्ण भगवान बता रहे हैं कि there are other people, those who don't focus their attention on the absolute nature of the Lord. They do the karmas and yagas for material benefit. Okay.
चलिए तो अभी 432 हो गए.
हाँ, तो इसलिए अगले वो जो है उसको अगले में लेंगे.
ठीक है, सब्जेक्ट भी चेंज हो रहा है. So 20th से we will do in the next session.
Next session.
Yeah, next session. In 20th में अभी स्नीक प्रीव्यू बता रहे हैं, उसमें बता रहे हैं कृष्ण भगवान कि those some people they don't care for all this मोक्ष वगैरह के लिए. They care for their material gains and for that they do auspicious thing like यज्ञ किया, दान पुण्य किया, but the desire for giving to other is to earn the merit, okay, so that in the next life they can go to the higher planets, like स्वर्गलोक में चले जाए. तो उसमें कृष्ण भगवान बताते हैं कि it's okay to do that, but once your good deeds are exhausted, जब सत्कर्म का फल जो है वो पूरा भोग लिया, then you again come back and you again come back in this miserable universe, in this miserable world. तो उसमें उसको डाउन प्ले किया है. We'll take it later.
कहने का मतलब तो ये होगा ना, जो दान पुण्य करते हैं ये वगैरह और भी चीजें जो करते हैं कि हमें उसका क्रेडिट मिले भगवान, बाकी वो भगवान जी फिर उसको भेज देते हैं अच्छी फैमिली में, अमीर फैमिली में. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक. उन दान पुण्य का असली जो भगवान के लिए जो डिवोशन या कह लो, जो भगवान के लिए जो लगन लगी होती है वो कम, और दान पुण्य करके वो कहते हैं कि हमारा थोड़ा कल्याण हो जाएगा, तो वो फिर दोबारा जूनी में आते हैं, मनुष्य जीवन में. कई नहीं भी आते हैं और फिर वो जैसे क्वीन के पास पैदा हो गया, कोई उधर पैदा हो गया, जो कर्म दान पुण्य किया हुआ था वो कर्म इधर आके उनको मिल जाता है. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक. आई डोंट नो.
देखिए, जो आप कर्म करते हैं उसके दो कंपोनेंट होते हैं. देयर टू कंपोनेंट. एक तो कर्म आपने किया कि विदाउट एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन फॉर रिवार्ड. ओके, भगवान की पूजा की आपने बहुत मन लगा के और अपने आत्म कल्याण के लिए, अपनी मोक्ष के लिए, उसमें आपको योर एम इज टू गेट लिबरेशन. ओके, वो पार्ट हो गया. अच्छा, दूसरा पार्ट ये क्या कि जैसे नवरात्रि चल रहे हैं, आपकी कुछ मांगना है, ये करना है, वो करना है और अच्छे काम करने हैं, तो दूसरा पार्ट वो हुआ. तो उस पार्ट के अच्छे जो आपने एक्सपेक्टेशन के लिए किया था ना, उसका फल मिल गया एंड यू हैव कम टू जीरो. ओके, दिस इज जीरो. उसका कोई आपको फिर आगे कुछ नहीं है. लेकिन जो पहला पार्ट था जो कि आपने निष्काम कर्म से किया था विदाउट एनी रिवार्ड, दैट गोज टुवर्ड्स योर लिबरेशन. उसके आधार पर जो नेक्स्ट लाइफ है वो डिटरमिन करती है कि अच्छी फैमिली में हो, जहां पर कि लोग भक्त लोग हों, और जहां से आपने छोड़ा था वहां जाए. जो आपने सकाम कर्म किया था विद द एक्सपेक्टेशन रिवार्ड, दे जस्ट वाइप आउट, निकल गए. उसमें वो आपके अच्छे जन्म के लिए कोई, दे वोंट गो टुवर्ड्स मेकिंग यू द नेक्स्ट गुड लाइफ. क्योंकि आपको जो आपने एक हाथ से दिया दूसरे हाथ से मिल गया, आपको बस खत्म.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, my question is that when we go from this life to other life, we don't know. There's no connection. Because that's why I do believe in one thinking of Christianity, quand je mouris, je finis. When I'm dead, I'm done. We are talking about next life and next life. How do we know? But
Dev,
try to this life, and
yeah.
whatever you are doing this life, it's coming in this life.
Okay, Dev, you say about belief, okay?
It's
So-
not a belief. It's my own thinking. It's also it's my mind. Whatever I do, meditation, wherever I go, I just feel God is here.
Very, very good. That's your individual. That's your individual. That's within you. That's
Yeah.
local. That's localized. It exists. So it's there. So
Yeah, just try to live this life as good, as peaceful, as healthy, whatever you can do, and keep on thinking next life, next life. I just feel this is the life.
So you are telling us to do the way you
No,
are living.
I'm giving my thought process.
Yeah. Okay. So that's we noted your thought process. That's the thought process, and other people have another thought process. But when you say that you should do that, then that means you are
I
trying
didn't say should do that. I say that's what I do.
Yeah. Okay. That you are convinced that that's what it is.
Yeah.
This you're convinced.
I'm not convinced. I feel. I also feel.
Okay. Yeah. You feel.
Internally, externally. Internally.
Also, this is an individual feel, and it's very okay. I mean, there's nothing good or bad, or that's an individual feeling. Everybody has individual feeling. But when you are not satisfied with your individual feeling, then you go to Lord Krishna and ask, what is the reality? Lord Krishna, you see, because the people, those who are more advanced, they have done, we are trying to share in their wisdom. We are trying to share the wisdom of Lord Krishna, okay, through Gita.
Yeah.
And
it is there for some purpose.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise they would have said, okay, whatever, Bhagavad Gita, leave it. We don't need it. You know, that sort of thing. Usha ji kuch keh rahi hai?
At all. I am only saying live
No,
peacefully.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, no problem,
And-
Devji.
and
Your
reconnect.
theory is okay, and many people practice that. No harm with that. As long as you feel the peace and calm with that, that is a very good thing. Actually, yes, that's a good thing. Many
and you
people
say that
don't do that.
there is no life, we don't know. I mean, that's also true. We don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
if that's your, and there may be something we don't know.
Yeah. उषा जी कुछ कह रही थी अब?
मैं ये कह रही थी कि देव भाई साहब जी ठीक कह रहे हैं। उनका कहने का भाव ये है, उनकी सोच विचार इस भाव में है कि स्वर्ग नरक जहीं है, जैसा कर्म करोगे वैसा तुम्हें मिल जाएगा। बस उनका यही कहने का मतलब मेन यही है। और हम लोग कहते हैं कि अगला जन्म है, हम बिलीव करते हैं, क्योंकि आप देखो कई जूने देखी हैं, कई पैदा होते हैं एक हाथ नहीं होता, कई होते हैं पैदा होते हैं किसी का कान। इसका मतलब कि अगली जून है, वो कर्मों के हिसाब से उसका रिजल्ट आपको मिलता रहता है। That's what। बाकी भगवान के पास पहुंचना वो बड़ी लंबी बात है, वो तो ऐसी केव है कि उसको देखते देखते रह जाओ, बस अंदर तक पता नहीं कब पहुंचना है।
और हमारे वो जयंती जी नहीं है अभी साथ में, नहीं तो अभी फिर उन्होंने करना। आई ओनली अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग, संचित कर्मा इज अफेक्टिंग मी।
कर्मा का तो फल है, बाकी तो जैसा जैसा किसी का बिलीव है, जैसे जैसे किसी को संतुष्टि है, सेटिस्फेक्शन है, उसका उसी भाव में वो ठीक है।
हाँ, ये तो ठीक है भाई। People say I believe, okay, I mean there is nothing beyond that, whatever you believe.
Yeah. चलिए एक भजन भेंट कर लेते हैं माता की। चौकी चल रही है, नवरात्रे चल रहे हैं।
आपने ये तैयार की?
कौन सी? नहीं, वो नहीं तैयार की मैंने। अभी मैं बहुत बिजी चल
सुना देना फिर।
या बेसिक 130। Okay, so bhajan, let's do that B and Jaikara शेरां वाली दा, बोल सांचे दरबार की जय। मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, माँ मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, माँ मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण। सारे राग विराग हुए अब, सारे राग विराग हुए अब, मोह सारे त्याग हुए अब, मोह सारे त्याग हुए अब। एक यही मेरा बंधन, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, माँ मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण। अविरत रहा भटकता अब तक, अविरत रहा भटकता अब तक, भटकूं और अभी मैं कब तक, भटकूं और अभी मैं कब तक, पालूं केवल तुझको ही माँ, पालूं केवल तुझको ही माँ। एक यही मेरी है लगन, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, माँ मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण। तेरे चरणों पर हो अर्पण, तेरे चरणों पर हो अर्पण, मेरे जीवन के गुण अवगुण, मेरे जीवन के गुण अवगुण, सारी व्यथाएं दूर करो माँ, सारी व्यथाएं दूर करो माँ। हो कुसुमित मेरा नंदन, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, माँ मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण। सारे राग विराग हुए अब, मोह सारे त्याग हुए अब, एक यही मेरा बंधन, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, माँ मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण। जय जय माँ, 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 जय जय माँ 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 जय जय माँ
Awesome.
एक can I
हाँ
do
जी
some?
या
Chanting है.
ठीक है
आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमेश्वरी 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 आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमेश्वर। बस इतना ही। इसमें तो चैंटिंग साथ साथ हो तो अच्छी लगती है।
या चलिए मेडिटेशन की तरफ बढ़ते हैं हम लोग। 10 मिनट की मेडिटेशन एंड उससे पहले मैं अपना ये रिकॉर्डिंग को स्टॉप कर देता हूँ। चलिए जय श्री
मैं सोच रही
कृष्ण।
थी एक पुराने जमाने की एक माता की भेंट आपको सुनाऊं।
हाँ श्योर।
हाँ आप सुनाइए।
पुराने मैं ट्राई करती हूँ। पुराने जमाने की, आज की मॉडर्न नहीं है, वो पुरानी है।
वो तो और भी अच्छी होगी।
अच्छी बात।
जयकारा शेरा वाली दा, बोल सांचे दरबार की जय। मां मेरी सच्चियां जोतां वाली माता, तुहाडी सदाई जय। मैया जगदाता दी कह के जय माता दी तुरया जामी, देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी। मैया जगदाता दी कह के जय माता दी तुरया जामी, देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी। पहले दिल अपना साफ बना ले, फिर मैया नू अर्ज सुना ले। पहले दिल अपना साफ बना ले, फिर मैया नू अर्ज सुना ले। तेरी शक्ति वदा मनु चरना चला पेटा गामी, देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी। औखी घाटी ते पैंडा वलड़ा, ओदे नाम दा फड़ ले तू पलड़ा। साथी रल जानगे दुखड़े टल जानगे पेटा गामी, देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी। तेरा हीरा जन्म अनमोला, मिलना मुड़ मुड़ ना मानुष दा चोला। तेरा हीरा जन्म अनमोला, मिलना मुड़ मुड़ ना मानुष दा चोला। धोखा ना खा लवी, दाग ना ला लवी, बचदा जावी। देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी। मैया जगदाता दी कह के जय माता दी जा जामी, देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी। पहला दर्श है कोल कंधोली, दूजा देवा ने भरनी है झोली। आद कुवारी नु जगत में तारी नु सिर झुकामी, देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी, मैया जगदाता दी कह के जय माता दी तुरिया जामी, देखी पैंडे तो ना घबरावी। अब इतना मेरे को याद, भूल गई लास्ट वाला।
That was very nice.
वेरी नाइस। मंदिर में गाते थे लेडीज, जब मैं वहाँ चौकी वगैरह में करता था ना, तो या सुना हुआ है, बहुत अच्छा।
Old is gold.
ओल्ड इज गोल्ड, यस। चलिए तो रिकॉर्डिंग को स्टॉप करते हैं, देन वी डू मेडिटेशन। जय श्री कृष्ण।